Toastmasters, honored guests, friends, thank you for joining us here today as we celebrate the 10th wedding anniversary of my good friends Preeti and Karthik. Preeti asked if I would give a few words on this occasion, and I said, of course, I'm in Toastmasters now. I know exactly what I'm doing. And then the panic set in, as I remembered and was rankled by all the terrible wedding toasts I've given over the years. And also that I had no idea what to say. I felt like our experiences and expectations of marriage were so different. My friend Preeti was introduced to her husband in India. They decided that they got along, and 6 months later they got married. My husband and I met in college. We dated for many years. We lived together. We had a dog together. And then we finally got married 6 years later. So again, I thought, I don't know what to say. These are very different views of marriage. And then she laughed and she said, you know though, if you had told me 10 years ago that I would be living thousands of miles away from friends and family, that my husband's job would have moved us to Seattle, and I'd be raising children who love to ski, I would have said, you're crazy. And I said, oh, if you had told me 10 years ago that my husband's job would have moved us to Seattle, thousands of miles away from friends and family, and I'd be raising kids who love to ski, I would have said, you're crazy. Then we had a good laugh, and we concluded that marriage is full of surprises. We asked some of our friends if this had also been their experience. And sure enough, arranged marriages, love marriages, people who met on blind dates, people who met through internet algorithms that were designed to screen out incompatibilities, people who had many, many months of premarital counseling, every single one agreed that their marriage had been full of surprises. Some examples: infertility problems, superfertility problems, twins, exciting new hobbies, boring new hobbies, CrossFit, it's kind of both. Gaining weight, losing hair, gaining a beard, overly involved mother-in-law, not involved enough mother-in-law, thermostat settings, recessions, losing a job, going back to school, different parenting styles. And throughout all of these surprises, there were two parts. There was the thing that happened itself, and there was also the way that the two people in the relationship responded to the surprise. Marriage is full of surprises. So, what do we do about these surprises? Well, we have to think, first of all, rationally, that in 10 years a lot can happen. Whether you're married or not, I guarantee if we all think back to 10 years ago, we are not where we thought we would be professionally and personally. 10 years can be 2, maybe 3 US presidents, which brings me to a Wall Street Journal article I read recently that noted that all across America right now, happy, stable, loving marriages with strong family values have been rocked to the core by the rise of Donald J. Trump. Because maybe you had anticipated and you were prepared for the recessions and the babies, nobody was prepared for Donald J. Trump. Surprise! Well, I look at our good friends here, Preeti and Karthik, and I think, what can we learn from their example? It's the usual mushy stuff. They love each other, they like each other, they respect each other, they compromise with each other. I think there's a fifth element at work here too, though. They can laugh together. They have such a great sense of humor. They laugh about the good things that happen to them, and they can laugh about the bad things that happen and how they overcome these obstacles together. So I would like to raise a glass now to our good friends, to their example of marriage full of surprises and full of laughter. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.